Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Hollywood Animal. I've made a decision. I've been thinking about this. First of all, today is August 19th when you're seeing this video go live, and the new update, what dreams are made, the stuff that dreams are made of, is now live on the beta branch of the game. So we're not going to be jumping over to that right away. However, we will be jumping over to that as soon as it becomes available, and they've said it's going to be 1 to 2 weeks depending on like how testing goes with it. So, you know, it might be 2 videos from now, it might be 3 or 4, but we will be starting over as soon as that goes live, because I think there's enough changing about the game that'll keep it fresh for me. So that being said, while we're still playing in this branch of the game, I think I need to lean into the fact that we're just gonna have really, really good scoring movies for a while here. So what I think I would like to do is I would like to run, I'm gonna experiment here a little bit. I want to run all of our 9-star, not all of them, but the 2 9-star movies that we've written here, Duke of Circles and Carnivore. I'm going to run them concurrently with exactly half of our theater budget in each of them. So we're gonna do 13,450, and my guess is we're going to be running this at 13,450 for the entire 12-week run of the Duke of Circles and Carnivore, based on how much our films have dropped off in the past. So we're gonna Irvine it up. We're gonna advertise over Valentine's Day here. Women do not like. So we're gonna do everything but Velvet Gloss. We've done it. Apply. I think there's a lot of people in this movie. There's 4 people in this movie. Philip O'Donnell. Steve Boschbaum does not do tricks, and neither does Hugh Barker. So just 2 tricks. And like, the only reason I'm doing this, we have $100 million. We have won the capitalism game. Like, money is no object anymore, at least at this point of the game. Now it's all about goofs. I'm gonna see what, we're just gonna F around and find out. Because I can. The goal is to, yeah, or organize advertising in. The goal is to try and get enough influence points to overturn the code before the new branch comes out and we start over. Same thing with Carnivore here. Same advertising. Women don't like this movie. They're like, I've seen better films in the toilet. Don't ask too many questions. So this is going to be interesting to see how this works, running 2 really good movies concurrently with half of the films we own. Guy Meets Gal, we'll have to figure out where we can sandwich that one in. Honestly, it'll probably have to wait until both of those movies are done running. Slosh Sensei is done. It's only an 8-star, but when it goes into post-production. So we'll just hit it. Go David, go Daniel. Studio improved. And our post-production getting better is just gonna like make 9-star occurrences even more common. All right. The 6-star movie go into production. Second unit. I think we can start, but my goal originally was to try and get to World War II. I've heard that a lot of really interesting story elements get added to the game when the United States enters World War II in 41. It's taken me far too long to even reach the 40s, let alone get into World War II. We might see 39, in which Germany declares war on Poland, I think, and then therefore England and France. That may happen. But until that happens, I think we're just going to truck along and see how far we get at max speed here. Betrayal. Ooh, we're getting some cool themes added to the game here. But I think we can start writing some new stuff, because by the time these guys get through writing and then we've gotten through production and stuff, this stuff will all have cleared out. So let's write a betrayal movie. What's a movie that features betrayal? I guess The Departed. I talked about The Departed like not too long ago. The Departed. The levers. So dumb. The Departed. The Goners. That doesn't make any sense. The Departed. The Departing. Departures. Departures is a different movie. Have you ever seen Departures? I might be getting it mixed up in my head, but I think it's a Japanese movie about funeral service. I might be confusing myself, but I think it was actually a pretty good movie. You know what? I'm gonna go with my first gut instinct is The Levers. It is a detective thriller. I've seen it one time it's a detective drama. I think you kind of know what's happening the whole time as the audience, even though the characters don't know what's happening. Or maybe that's not true. Maybe the audience doesn't know, and I just knew the twist at the end. American City. Protagonist is a detective, I believe, or he's a cop. He's one of the two. I think he's a detective though, and we already called it a detective movie. Antagonist is a corrupt official, but we're not allowed to use that one. Let's hit it, and then maybe we can overturn the code before the time. Either we'll get rid of corrupt official as an element, or we'll overturn the code before we get there. We'll deal with it at some point. All right, supporting characters. Is a rival, right? The rival character? There's an angry boss too, but that might also be the corrupt official. Betrayal is a theme. Search for a killer? I think it's like a search for a corrupt guy though. It's like it's a confusing movie that I'm trying to recall. It's not, I don't think the movie itself is confusing, but I'm trying to recall the elements and I'm very confused. I don't think the protagonist dies heroically. The protagonist like dies in a horrible way. There's no like accurate way of, because it's like the antagonist gets away with it is the way it goes. Not vanquished. I mean, like, we'll say it's dies heroically, but it's more like he dies tragically. So you know, just write that in your head the way it's supposed to be. A mad scientist. Well, that's fun. You know what we're writing immediately once we have a new writer available? Have you guys ever watched Metamorphosis? Or no, not Metaphor. That's a book by Kant? No. What am I trying to say? Metamorphosis is by... Hold on. Bear with me. We're all going to learn here for a second. Metamorphosis. Kafka! That's it. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of The Fly. With Jeff Goldblum. Not the song by U2. Anyway. We drop back down to Snarled is not nearly as good. And somebody pointed out that Snarled probably dropped because we featured a like heroic young woman, but the woman we cast was like in her 40s. That's not my fault. The game is not refusing to give me any like talented actresses that are less than 30 years old. Why is there a dragon? I guess we did say it was a fantasy kingdom. I think this is more the theme that I'm going for here. There is a small lizard in Tangled. Her sidekick? His name is Pascal, I believe. Not Pedro. Alright, the Grandalorian has dropped back down to Earth as well. Oh! Dude! These are cool! Look at these creepy, like, super long hands, and look at these guys. Why is there a man falling out of a building? And this one? Oh, these are neat. I don't know why there's like a lady. This one is just neat though. I gotta go with the left-hand poster there. All right, and then you get pushed out as well until we clear the backlog of our 9-star movies out here. The levers. Ancient Evil. Man, we're getting some cool antagonists here. Gabriel Kaufman, you're gonna write The Fly for me. So The Fly is a movie I've never seen. I know very very cursorily what it is about. We'll call it The Mosquito. Isn't that a different movie or maybe a comic book character? The Gnat. All right, I think it's a drama horror, isn't it? Mostly? Science fiction a little bit, but I think it's mostly drama horror. City. The protagonist is a scientist? Accidental hero? Clumsy oaf, maybe. because of what happens to him? Wayward soul? Oh, I think that might be the way to go. Lost their way and they've started down a dark path, and then they never come back. It just gets worse. Mad scientist? He's also the mad scientist, I'm gonna say. I think there is a love interest involved, but she gets wigged out real early. I'm gonna say it's kind of like a curse and then an evil transformation. And then, I don't know how the movie ends. So we're going to make something up. And we're going to say... I'm going to say there's a struggle for a better life, because that's the theme I always go for. And then, then that's not Star-Crossed Lovers. That's not the right theme. I'm going to say the evil gets exposed. I don't know how that will play out, though. Does the fly die? Maybe. Romance? You know, not in this case, sir. Unless you fall in love with a gnat. Actor Ramon Shaw, 6 stars. You know, I did run into the fact that I needed 6-star actors not too long ago, Ramon. You can stick around. And we've got better things to offer you, so I might not even have to pay you all that much. Nope. Not that much at all. Welcome back, Ramon. Philip O'Donnell, the famous Irish actor. You're also a 6-star. Eventually. You were in the Duke of Circles. We'll put we have a good working relationship. We can make this work. Car and driver, butler, so on and so forth. Oh, we've gone too far. Give me that watch back. Perfect. 1,500 bucks? 15,000 bucks? There's a big difference. Add story elements to the code. Protagonist's redemption story will be banned. Well, I don't have enough initiative to bounce this from the code. I don't think I really use protagonist's redemption all that much. I'm just not even gonna vote. I am neutral. I am Switzerland in this case. 1,027! You bastards! They're coming out swinging. How do these guys who have no theaters make any money at this time and at this point in time? Fred Lawson? Yeah, whatever. Money is no object at this point. Yes, 583 has yes, run it back. I'm not gonna do the math. Although I could. Now that I see that. Hold on. Go back. So you've dropped to 13, well, probably around like 15 already. Maybe we could jam in one of our worst movies. Worser movies? Like, Snarled is pretty good. The Guy Meets Gal, Duke of Circles, and Carnivore have to go. Or maybe we can't really jam anything in there. Like, Snarled is still going to probably draw a decent amount. And then you're not going to have anything running on week 4. Okay, well, let's just max it out. Whatever. It's fine. But now you kind of see why I would like to run 2 9-star movies concurrently. Because even though they have word of mouth, they do kind of taper over time. So if I'm running 2 of them at half capacity, will they keep capacity the whole time? Maybe. Or maybe they'll cannibalize each other and I'll regret my decision. Only one way to find out. Welcome back, Andrew Farmer. Willard, what's wrong? You have to stick around. Holy hell, this is going to be a huge contract. He's a rising star, so I don't get the discount for working with a boutique. How much is this going to cost? Oh, that's way less than I thought it would be. I mean, 200,000 is a lot, but everybody's up for contract negotiations at this point in time, apparently. It's probably how it goes every time, now, to be fair. Oops. Give me that back. Give me back that medical insurance. Oh, too much, actually. Not by much. Just by 2? I'm fine with that. Overpaying, like, 2 scale is fine. Jacob Bierman, you're one of my better cinematographers, so you have to stick around as well. I'll get you a driver and a butler and a whatever and a whatever. There. 15 grand. Is anybody else gonna come into my office? Okay, now I can deal with Countrywide Harpoon's problem. Okay, Don Felix isn't listening to the director and takes every criticism with hostility. The constant fighting is wearing everyone thin and slowing down production. I have something that will make him more accommodating. His loyalty will decrease. I have a friend who... Oh, the Ryan O'Doyle. I mean, he's only a 6-star. I think we gotta lean on Ryan O'Doyle here. We've got friends for a reason. All right, Slosh Sensei is ready to rock and roll. None of these really quite make any sense, so we'll go with this knight chasing a police officer through the catacombs of Paris for some reason. Hilarious. And then we just hold on to you for a minute. All right, fast forward, team. And Rose, yeah, you can have the same contract, whatever we were doing before. What on earth is happening? David Gutman yelled at the costume designer? What the frick? What is wrong with the actors on this movie? It's Chevy Chase. Have you ever heard about how much of a dickhead Chevy Chase is? The movie was cursed from the get-go. Anthony Campbell. You are not allowed to leave, sir. A future 9-star director, absolutely not able to walk off this lot. You work for me for life. Forever. $56,000. Thank you, sir. Yeah, all of you just stick around for a minute. Why? 3 years have passed by in the blink of an eye and I have to pay everybody. There. Another $43,000. We're still above 110. Good grief. Wait. Victor, you're a 5-star actor? I'm sorry, bud. I think you're out. Let's see if there's any other actors available. Not my people. Other people. Free people. Not really. Like, there's 6 stars to be had. A lot of 6 stars, to be fair. So, you know, if we need to replace a 5-star guy with a 6-star guy further down the line, I'm more than happy to do that. The Nude Revolver. It's a 9.4, 8.6. Not quite as good as you did with Zeppelin, Mr. Felix Hill. But we gotta start the project. We gotta get our Leslie Nielsen character his next big comedy movie. City Streets. I do think I prefer The Naked Gun to Airplane, but both movies are very good. Hespro Sound Tech. Do we need... How do you know if you need... well, I think you always would like good costumes, right? I was thinking about, like, how do you know how much extras to have in a film? But maybe it's always a good thing to just have more extras? I'm not sure. We'll give it to Zlama. The director... Our best comedy director... I think this is still in Herman Watson's wheelhouse. Steve Boschbaum is the cop for sure. His love interest will be... Let's make it Bessie. She's won a Pollux Award. Cool. There aren't any black actors in this game yet, are there? Maybe that's what they're gonna add in the big update. Because his sidekick is a black man, so it's weird picking a white man to do it. But he should be a lot younger, I think. So we'll give him to Jeff Einhorn, maybe? Yeah. And then the heartless bureaucrat, Charlie. Charlie! What have you been up to, Charlie? Alright, fast forward me. Lewis Fox has increased his skill to 4.8. Back into the school you go. You know, I just had a wild thought. I'm gonna put Felix Hill in the class. He's gotta start again as well. We've got time to kill before all of our films clear the backlog, so. Ooh, luxury car. Why did they give this to me after I immediately like fixed all of the contracts for literally everybody that was working for me? What's the quickest one we get? Spousal assistant nanny? What if they don't have kids? Let's go with hotel suite. Speed it up a bit by 105 days. Oops, it's the wrong button. Have we had a conversation with the mayor in a while? We have not, but we still are earning more points. The what a name. What's the name? Is it Nancy? Nancy 2? Have you seen The Little Shop of Horrors? Nancy. I don't think that's right. Beverly? I'm losing it, man. C+. Not a great movie. The Bone Grinder, man. I don't understand The Bone Grinder. I just take their reviews with a grain of salt. If it's a good review, oops. How did I get kicked out? Hold on. Hey guys, let me back in. Hello? Let me in. How did I get kicked out? 1,000 influence? Whatever. F you guys. I don't need this noise. I mean, I would like the Pollux Award thing, but I can't believe they kicked me out the day before the year rolled over. Good lord, look at all the money we're making. None of the films worked. We got the best 2 films for the year, although they, you know, coincided with everybody else's films. Experience for getting to the top. Well done, Steve Hartman. Give me more money, research boosting. That honestly, next playthrough, we're only going to be picking money speed up. There's no point in picking influence. I will never use influence for anything other than messing with the Alliance. Joseph Wood. When do the Pollux Awards happen? Do they happen in January? Am I missing them right now? I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to get 1,000 influence before the Pollux Awards roll around. Hugh Barker is an adventurer. Cecilia Wood is a damsel in distress. She's been typecast as the damsel in distress for far too long to finally have it stick. Interesting, a generational conflict as a theme is kind of cool for a director. Struggle for a better life. This is the only director I will use for the rest of time. And winning the beloved. What a series of events. Evil transformation. Love interest? What happened? Why did everybody suddenly get all of the things? It's very weird. Car and driver, luxury chauffeur, assistant, butler. You can have a car and driver and a luxury car? Fascinating. I won't ask questions, because that just makes it easier to get this guy to cost less. Yeah, sure. Yes, 5A3. You're done, bud. You're done. Excuse me. And distribution. Well done, though. 19,000 million. 19. What am I talking about? $19 million. 19,000 million. 1,000 cash per month. Is there anything else to research here? Early repayment on loans? I guess, but I've never taken a loan in my life. It's like I listened to Dave Ramsey or something. You guys are done with your film? Yep, right. You tanked the movie on your own, Don Felix, you lousy mother. Bunch of hooligans who work for me. I'll have you out on your ass. You work for me now. Aquaterra is hitting the theater here. Dry land is not a myth. Period. I've seen it. I'm so upset you can't use exclamation marks. That line is delivered so flatly without the exclamation mark. The Bone Grinder loves the water world. Fantastic. There it goes. Trick worked. Flower Monster actually made $2 million. Good for them. Setup distribution? Running over Aquaterra? What, Aquaterra? What were you running at the end there? 3,000? All right. We'll just do 3,000. 2,000. And then 15. And 1,000 at the end. Just to finish you off after a very timid run in the theaters as a garbage movie. I think you can make $175,000 back, especially since they made 2.2 in 4 weeks. That's pretty good for a very middling movie for me. I can't believe they kicked me out right before these happen. I'm so mad. What was the movie? What was the film that got me in trouble? Oh no. Jeff Einhorn hurt my daughter Esmeralda. Is he any good? He's a 9-star actor. That's an actor at your studio, right? I won't go into the details, but we need him severely punished. The scum would already be in the hospital, but you're my friend, and he's your man. I'll figure you'll want to deal with this yourself. I'll fire him? Yeah, I don't really need him. Jeff Einhorn, where are you? Hey. Hey, you. Where is he? Where's that no good son of... Why can't I find him? There he is, you lousy bugger. In the pre-production of the nude revolver. All right. We're gonna let the nude revolver roll through, but we're gonna fire you immediately afterwards, just because I don't want to refigure the movie at this point in time. All right, second unit. Don Beck. Have at it. Holiday. The Levers. Hey, The Levers is a good movie. Start the project. Well, I'll be. Hit him up, Alan Gilbert. Let's get the movie pipeline rolling again. Honestly, it's only a matter of time before we start rolling out 9-star movies again. Give it to Dewey. Dewey Sanders. Yeah, drama, whatever. Whatever. You know what I mean. Vincent Perkins. Lewis Caldwell is the angry boss. Leonard Shelton can be the rival, and then the corrupt official can be Hugh Barker. A star-studded movie if I've ever seen one. All right. Give me Countrywide Harpoons, whatever. Let's get it in the theater, or get it scheduled. All right, we probably won't get it scheduled, actually, now that I think about it. Because we're still waiting for our super movies to finish. This man with a gun is wild. All right. Can we put it out far enough? I'm going to put it out all the way out here because this is 4. I think, yeah, we'll leave it B for now, but we can move it all the way out. Increase my salary? Sure, why not? Whatever. New action, Willard Reynolds. Very cool. The Fantastic Eight. Gosh. Who done it? Terrible. Anyway, that's a good place to pause the episode there. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Hollywood Animal or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. Like I said, the update hit the beta branch today, so if you're excited about that, I am too. We're not going to jump over to it right away, though. We're going to wait for it to work out all the kinks, and then when it hits the main Steam branch, we will be restarting our playthrough at the beginning with the stuff that dreams are made of. I always try to say it backwards. So if you're looking forward to that, definitely subscribe to the channel, and you will see that when that happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button, follow this channel, and I'm talking over myself again. So I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye, everybody.